Hi, so I'm going to be teaching you the technique called emotional freedom technique, or what's commonly referred to as EFT tapping. This was something that was developed by a man named Gary Craig in the 1990s, and it's rooted in traditional Chinese medicine. Teresa Kaysen, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name, I'm not sure, defines it as a technique that allows us to change dysfunctional beliefs and emotions on a subconscious level while tapping different points along meridian paths. How does it work? EFT tapping is thought to balance the body's energy system, reducing emotional distress and promote healing by tapping on energetic meridian lines that run throughout the body while stating a current dysfunctional belief we have about ourselves. Let's take an example. Uh, Something that I'll just say I want to change, uh, uh, that I can't seem to close my eyes during meditation. So I would say it's not safe for me to close my eyes during meditation. That's my starting statement. Okay. This statement is written in present tense. You have to keep your statements always in present tense because the subconscious doesn't register past tense, or future. It's always present. My body believes this statement, right? I can't close my eyes in meditation. It gives me anxiety. It creates fear. Um, I may not know where that originally stemmed from, but I know the physical symptoms that I have when I am trying to close my eyes and meditate. And it causes stress. Maybe my breathing increases, my body gets tensed, I can't relax, I can't focus, what have you. I may have physical symptoms that occur. So, our bodies are simply trying to protect us. They are not trying to explain or defend why they're protecting us. They are just responding to our physical signs of distress and doing what it can to alleviate that stress. Uh, so, what my body doesn't understand is that my subconscious doesn't recognize negative statements. So it automatically strikes the not from my statement, turning the statement into it is safe for me to close my eyes during meditation. So when you're stating the statement and tapping at the same time, the tapping releases the built up blocked energy in the energetic meridians that run throughout the body, allowing the energy to flow normally again, supporting the positive statement. Okay. So we know the energy surrounding the incorrect belief is released when we're able to take a deep breath and or yawn or sigh when we've completed the tapping sequence. What are the benefits of tapping? It alleviates stress. It reduces anxiety and alleviates our negative emotions. It also helps us to process trauma, phobias, and things like CPTSD and PTSD. It can also physically alleviate pain and discomfort. The versatility for EFT tapping is immense. You can use this for for a variety of issues: fears, performance anxiety, relationship problems, a myriad of things. Basically, if you can think of a present tense statement that you can make about whatever it is that is causing you concern, you can tap it. How does it work? By neutralizing the stored memories surrounding the incorrect belief and by desensitizing us to the incorrect belief. Um, there is another component to this that you'll see when we get into actually tapping our own statements, but that is we sandwich this statement in between two corresponding statements. So you start with, I'll use I can't close my eyes during meditation, to we sandwich that in between, um, Even though I can't close my eyes during meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. So that's the statement, okay? And you'll see that if you listen to a lot of different EFT tapping videos, you'll hear that statement used a lot. Even though, fill in your statement, I completely and fully accept myself. And that's just a simple, easy way to do tapping. Again, as you get used to it and the more videos you watch, you'll see that people will kind of shift and change the area of focus as they're tapping. And that's something that you can absolutely do. It's equally as effective. It's just as you're getting used to doing it, it's easier to remember to do it with one statement. Especially while you're trying to remember, okay, where do I tap? Where do I go first? So now let's go through the different tapping points. There's 9 points. The first one is going to be on the side of your hand. Doesn't matter which hand you use. I use my right hand because I'm left-handed, so I tap with my left, but doesn't matter. You can use either. This is called the karate chop point, and it's just on the side of your hand. You can use one finger, 2 fingers, all 4 fingers, whatever you want, to gently tap the side of your hand. That's it. It doesn't have to be hard, just really gentle. Okay. The next point is the eyebrow point, and that's going to be on the inside where your eyebrow is just above your nose. And see, I'm only using one finger, and I'm just tapping really gently. The next point is on the outside of the eye, where your upper and lower eyelid meet. The point after that is under your eye, where your occipital bone is. Okay. And again, you're tapping very gently. From there, you go to under the nose. For this one, I just use one finger because it doesn't have to be dramatic. Right? And then we'll go to the next slide, under the chin. And then the collarbone. So sometimes you'll see people do just one side or do both sides. I don't want to hit the mic though. Doesn't matter. You can do both, or you can just do one. And then the next one is under the arm. So I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but it's right under your armpit. For women, it's where the bra line usually, that band at the bottom part of your bra runs under your breasts. It's the band just underneath your armpit. And then we come up to the top of the head. I'll squinch down a little bit. Okay. Again, it's just real gentle. So those are the points that we tap. And then let me get back to my notes here. So how you typically will prepare. You identify a specific issue or an emotion that you want to work on. So for our purposes, let's say, I think I have the next slide will give us how to do it. Okay, so how do you create your own statement? So you keep the statements present tense, focus on emotions, not on beliefs, and keep the statement true, even if it includes the words no or not. So, this goes against a lot of like positive affirmations, how we've been taught to write positive affirmations or write manifesting or intentions. This, you can include the words no or not because we're doing something different. We're focusing on a different, we're disrupting that pattern, we're disrupting that block, and we're engaging with the subconscious mind. So it doesn't matter if no or not are included in the statement. And then you want to, again, begin the statement with even though, and then insert your statement. So mine is, begin the statement with even though, and then insert your limiting belief. I'm unable to close my eyes during meditation. I fully and completely accept myself. And then you want to repeat the statement as you tap each point, okay? So we're going to go ahead and practice this. Like I said earlier, there are other methods out there where you can make a different statement for each point. This method is helpful for when you want to desensitize yourself to someone, something, or a situation. But using the same statement at all the tapping points allows you to know for sure if the statement has cleared or not. So if you use the same statement at all points and then you don't take a deep breath, or you don't yawn, or you don't feel a release of the intensity of the situation, then the statement hasn't cleared. And that's when you need to go back and kind of dig a little deeper, see if you can't find another phrase to use. But again, for our purposes, we're going to use the same statement so you can just see how it's done. You're going to tap through the following points while repeating a reminder phrase related to your issue. Tap each point lightly with just one or two fingers. So we're going to go ahead and use my statement of even though it's not safe for me to close my eyes during meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Okay. And for our purposes, I'll rate the intensity at a 6. And we will start on the karate chop point. Okay. So even though it's not safe for me to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Even though it's not safe for me to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Outside eye, even though I'm not able to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Under the eye, even though I'm not able to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Under the nose, even though I'm not able to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Under the chin, even though I'm not able to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Collarbone, even though I'm not able to close my eyes in meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Under the arm, even though I'm not able to close my eyes during meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. Top of the head, even though I'm not able to close my head close my eyes during meditation, I fully and completely accept myself. And then I would stop and rate how I feel about that statement. If it hasn't cleared, my intensity level hasn't gone down, then I go back and I do it again, or I rewrite it if it doesn't feel like it's quite aligned. Again, You can do this with anything. You can do it with limiting beliefs around wealth and money. You can do it around limiting beliefs about love and relationships. Um, you can do it around work. If you have to do a presentation and you are nervous about having to give a presentation in front of a whole bunch of people, you can go into the bathroom and tap and just repeat these statements silently to yourself. Um, I do go into more detail in the little workbook that I've given you to help you kind of go through how, if the statement hasn't cleared, if you feel like it hasn't cleared, what you can do. But we can go into that a little bit briefly here. So you can start asking yourself questions. So for my statement, why don't I feel safe closing my eyes in a mindfulness practice? Is it because there's too many strangers in the room? Is it because I can't see if someone's getting too close to me? Is the room too dark? Is the room too bright? Each of these statements in and of themselves can be turned into tapping statements, and I can tap each of those issues, right? If you tap a statement and you feel like it's cleared, but it continues to show up, again, try looking at it from another angle. Maybe you don't feel like you can close your eyes in a mindfulness practice because you don't trust others. Does the statement need to be a statement about trust? So even though I don't trust other people in the room with me, I deeply and completely accept myself. Or maybe the statement needs to include something about trusting yourself. Even though I don't trust myself in a room with other people, I deeply and completely accept myself. Is it due to a feeling of no control over the situation? Maybe the statement needs to include the word control. Even though I don't feel in control in a room full of people, I deeply and completely accept myself. Remember that you must keep the statement present tense. And when you're first starting out, just try to process one statement at a time and do emotions rather than beliefs. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that as you practice, you're able to broaden out a little bit more and use it on a wider variety of things. And I hope that you get some benefit from this. If you do, please drop me a note, send me an email, put something in the comments. I would love to hear from you and see how this has worked for you.